blue line. And we're gonna go check it out right now, see what it's like. Alright, so we are at Suffolk Station, and man, the station's in rough shape. So as you can see behind me, you can't get to the other side. So if you park on this side right now, you will not be able to get to the boat. It's under massive construction, huge leaks. I guess the bridge is closed. Temporary repairs. There's like a game that gets going on here. Now this station was renovated in the 90s. It was also renovated prior to that in the 70s after a fire. It had a wood platform prior to the 70s fire, because they didn't use that station that much. They would only really use it during race days, so they didn't really put too much money into building the station. But they ended up replacing the wood with concrete because you don't want a fire and closing down the station. Something I read online the year that the fire happened, all the people they lost a lot of money at Suffolk Downs due to people not being able to get to the race, because it's just the primary way to get to the racetrack from people in Boston. Now, that is true. It is a good way to get to the racetrack. Unfortunately, the racetrack doesn't open anymore. So when they redevelop that area, I guess this will be the primary focal point for people to come in and out to the city who live in that area over there. This station's in rough shape. The fact that I can't even get to the other side is pretty funny. There's no pay terminal here because I guess people aren't really taking stuff down to Wonderland. There's only 3 stops at the end over here. There's water pouring everywhere. It's just rust. It's just very unsafe. I believe this is only 20 years old. 25 years old after the renovation. It's kind of scary. But this was the original stop back in the old Wonderland line days that went to Revere. And they just kind of, when they modernized the subway, what they did was they just, added the stops already there. So the stops have been here since 1925. One form or another, so let's kind of poke around and see how bad this place really is. Wow, that station is god-awful. I mean, for a station that's only been renovated for 25 years. Hope you guys can hear me. That is in some rough shape. And I'm actually surprised about the amount of cars that actually park at the station and commute into town. I guess if you lived in this area, it's just easier that way. You don't want to walk. But there's a decent amount of cars, not as much as most of the other stations, but people do park here and commute into work. And it looks like they got rid of the money person in the booth, and they basically just do the app to pay. So I guess that works. It's convenient. It's a small lot, but I want to get to the other side because there's some abandoned tracks that are still in the street from back in the day when the old trolleys were here. So I'm actually gonna see if I can drive around, see how far way it is to get to that side, so we can check those out. But wow, the station has seen better days. All right, so we're on the other side of the train station. I just drove around. This is actually the entrance to Suffolk Downs right here. Basically, this is the situation. So in order to get into the Suffolk Downs, you need a vaccine and all that stuff for the time being. But we're not going to go in there, but this will get you over to the racetrack. There's no live racing over there. I did a couple videos on Suffolk Downs already. They do have the simulcast where you can still bet. So no live racing though. Go check out some of the old Suffolk Down videos of the last live race they had there. We were there for that a couple years ago. But this is how you'd get. So you get off the train over there, and then you walk down here, and you can see the track and stuff over there, which is pretty cool. The street you really can't park on. We're just kind of parked temporary, but I wanted to show you the train tracks, the original train tracks from when this was an old trolley. They used to take people to Suffolk Downs, so it's right here. Still have the cobblestone, and the actual rails are still here, and it actually looked like it was right into what would be the racetrack. So the trolley looks like it would come up into this area over here, turn around, drop people off. It's kind of cool how they kept it. I don't know why they kept it. Maybe they were trying to preserve it for some reason, but it goes to about halfway up the street over here, and it just stops. And I would bet that a lot of this rail is still under most of that street over there, and they're just paved over it all the time. Because a lot of times in Boston, when they're doing work and they're pulling some of the hot top up, you can actually see some of the rails in cobblestones that they just kind of paved over. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is here preserved for the time being, I guess. A little hidden memento, if you will. It's the Suffolk Downs station that is located right over there. This is the other side. So if you are getting off in the station, you can't use the bridge. You just have to walk up. I believe it's Bennington Street over there to over there, and this is Waverly Street, I believe. So you gotta kind of do a little bit of a walk to get here, but on a cold day today, I wouldn't want to do it. But there you go. That's that. Well, that's that. It's Suffolk Downs Station, Blue Line. It's in rough shape. I don't know what the plans are for the station in the future, but I do believe they do need its renovation. Having that bridge out of order is a huge problem, I would imagine. Especially if you come in, not so much if you're working, well, I guess if you're going into Boston, you have to park there and walk all the way around to get to a train to take you into Boston. Because not people aren't parking there to go to Revere Beach Station. It's 3 stops away, you know what I mean? So back in the day, this stop was booming, I believe, when horse racing was very popular, and it was really the easiest means to get to Revere, East Boston area. And I do believe once they do the construction over here in Suffolk Downs, whatever that will be, they're still up in the air about what exactly would it be. Should have been a casino, but that's a debate for another time. I thought that would have been a great idea, but nevertheless, it will be a development similar to Assembly Square in Somerville, or something of that nature, or Station Landing in Medford. And the train will be a very important part to get people in and out of the city. When the station will increase volume, most definitely, and if that's the case, it does need a renovation. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave your comments, questions below. Hit a like so we know you guys seen this. Or hit a dislike, doesn't really matter, you know. But like would be nice, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed a little history here of Suffolk Downs Station. And hopefully by the time we get around to the station again, it's fixed up and ready to go. So just take caution if you're watching this. It is February of 2022 right now. So when this is posted, who knows what will happen. But we'll see you guys later. Bye.